So, Gumshoe,
Mhm.
you like slop, right?
Oh God, yes.
Do you like American slop?
Sometimes. Do you
Do
guys
you
do know how to
like
make some slop?
oh boy, do we. And we've got some really good slop today. We don't have just American slop. We have American
We have
racing
American
slop.
Japanese fusion slop.
American racing slop, comma, Japan. We are going to be
Oh, so it's
watching.
better.
So that exactly.
Thing
So it is better.
Japan.
We have tonight for Tectonic at the movies. We have Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, the third in the illustrious Fast and the Furious franchise. Um, I believe we decided to do this. Well, I say we, but it was more like I came up with the idea to do this because you noticed on my letterboxd that I was watching all of these movies over the course of a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Um, and we were talking about it a little bit. It was only fairly recently that it turns out that I was not watching Slot for the love of the game. I was
You were
indeed I was indeed extracting it to regurgitate it for a YouTube
into a
video,
video essay. Yeah.
for a lecture video. And I wanted to apologize for betraying your trust like that, and I decided we are going to
For
watch
leading me on like that, like the
for leading
dirty
you on
minx
like
you are.
that, betraying you. Didn't mean to mislead you into thinking I was a true slop soldier. I am a fake slopper. Uh, let's watch Tokyo Drift. Your favorite in the franchise,
Yeah.
I believe.
Favorite is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Favorite as in this is the only one I remember except for parts of the second one.
Oh, sure, yeah. Um, yeah, this one is so I have actually seen all of these movies before I did the lecture. I watched them with my siblings and over like COVID or whatever because it was like, thing to do. I believe Tokyo Drift when we watched this one, we were at my family was hosting like a Memorial Day cookout, and me and my siblings
Semper
and one of
Fidelis.
yeah, Semper Fidelis to all our armed forces. Me and my siblings were not talking to any of my parents' friends. We were up in my bedroom, along with one of my friends I invited, sipping drinks and watching the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. And I can't think of a better environment to watch the movie.
God bless America.
God bless America. Well, I don't know how much you remember about this movie, but there is Memorial Day is a pretty fitting time to watch it since our titular or not titular our main protagonist Sean, his father is actually an expat who lives in Japan.
He got stationed in a marine base and then he just decided to live there.
Yeah, like many
Like many white
station.
guys who take a single L. He moved to
Yeah,
Japan to teach
you
English.
beat me to it. You beat me to it. But yes,
We're so
exactly.
in
So
sync.
why don't we why
Why don't
don't
we
we
both
just
take
get
an L right now?
yeah, let's take one big fat L right now as I open my woman-owned Buzzball gas station slop drink and
I
watch
bought.
Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Um when we say go, audience, that is your cue to start the movie. On your mark. Well, yeah. Okay, all right. On your marks, get set, go. Did you like that? I just
Yeah,
thought of that.
it's like a car race.
Yeah, it's
Cause they,
like
they they
racing.
say there's a car race. I don't really race cars because I don't have. What am I, a millionaire?
Yeah, exactly.
This like feels extremely quiet on my end, but that might be because I'm playing this through the wrong audio. No, it's just really quiet because I've got the volume down. That probably has something to do with it.
Definitely gonna have to get some subtitles on this bit.
Oh yeah, let me. That's probably a good idea actually.
Relativity Media.
So is that the same company that made all of them? That's a fast title drop. Dude, metal
Actually, I
detectors at
guess
the
I can
U.S.
just
high
I guess I
schools.
can just mute myself. I'm recording a commentary at Tokyo Drift.
Mm. This isn't the Where's the anti like Asian racist national anthem? It's supposed to be playing right now.
You got to give it a little time. This is our like you can't start in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Hi, kitty.
So
Oh
did
my
you
god,
have
this thing
metal
tastes like
detectors at your
fucking
high school?
gasoline. No, my
Well,
high
you got
school
it
was
at the
too
gas station.
small. I yeah, it does. It tastes like a fucking grenade.
It looks like a fucking plasma grenade from Halo, so that
It
is
does. It
fitting.
really does. So literally everyone who's ever seen this movie has brought this up, but Lucas Black is like one of the oldest looking high schoolers I've
Yes,
ever
he's
seen
a
in a movie. Like
That is a fierce
I
looking 5 o'clock shadow for a
I
17.
I normally like don't really care about he's the oldest looking high schooler in any movie I've ever seen. Brad from Home Improvement. But like I normally don't point this stuff out because I'm like, oh my god, fucking whatever. All right, the 20-year-old actor doesn't look like he's actually in high school. Like who cares? But like
Yeah,
he looks old.
his ass looks 33.
He looks older than me.
I don't think high schools have like mechanics workshops like this,
I
and
mean that's a
also
pretty
have metal
big high
detectors.
school, so like it might we had some like pretty in-depth shop classes at our school,
My
but
my high school was pretty big, and we had a pretty big shop class, but we didn't have like a fucking.
Splatoon reference. Tryhard's using the Aerospray MG.
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah.
He's like,
He's a real one, folks.
see, this is showing that Sean, like, he would do something about it, but he's on his last ropes. Oh, he's got the one strap back.
Yeah, well, because you can't wear a normal backpack because that's gay.
That's like a plot point in 21 Jump Street, if you'll recall, if you ever seen that movie.
I think I did see those a long time ago.
Oh my god, I have the fucking
Oh, God.
Hindi audio on. All right, we're fine.
It's pretty diverse of Amazon to offer those by default, huh?
I know, yeah, it's very nice to our Indian audience. My ride.
The frosted tips. We have to go back. You know this guy was playing Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
I think this guy fought in World War II.
Yeah, he at least looks
This what
about
this
the
is
right age.
that's BJ Blazkowicz right there.
Yeah. It didn't strike me as like this. Doesn't strike me as a baseball school. It strikes me as a
I mean,
football school.
he's wearing a fucking football uniform, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why does he
But I
have
mean,
a baseball? I never thought about that. Oh, no, he's definitely has a football jersey on.
he's got the shoulder pads on too. Kick his ass, kid. Commit a felony.
Yeah, go to fucking prison.
Come on. Come on, 32-year-old. Beat up this 28-year-old. Yeah, commit a different type of felony.
Dude's got the fucking Castro hat on.
He's only 80 grand?
Fuck yeah.
Dude. Dude.
This Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, like the premier feminist cinema of of the mid aughts. All right, look, this race is actually pretty good. This is actually kind of a good race.
It's certainly like it kind of feels like it's keeping to its roots of just like committing illegal activities.
This is honestly, I think this is the last one that like feels the most like about the races. Like the fourth one is like they do races in that one, but it is definitely not not in the same way. And then Fast Five is just like we're spy thrillers now.
Yeah, this is definitely the last punk rock. Do you
Of
think
course,
this is
his
what
name is
Japanese
Clay.
people think America's like all the time?
Yeah, just
Look
a
at all
bunch
those
of
flagpoles
just a
on the
bunch
front
of.
lawns. Look, why every house has a flagpole on it? Are they all supposed to have American flags when they're done?
I think this is Texas,
God bless America.
but I mean this is. Isn't this Kid Rock?
This sounds very Need for Speed, which we were talking about before we started.
Yeah.
This is very Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which I'm a big fan of.
So fun fact about this movie: this is directed by Justin Lin. Justin Lin got this job directing Tokyo Drift, and he would go on to direct like basically every other Fast and Furious movie until like the last one they made. And he got that job because he was like an indie darling with this movie called Better Luck Tomorrow, which is kind of like a Asian American crime drama, like coming of age movie. It's actually kind of good. I watched it when I was doing my Mr. Movies November challenge, where I watched a movie every day in November. I bring it up because this Better Luck Tomorrow movie, Gumshoe, is actually canon to Fast and the Furious because there's a character, but that is a character in that movie that is in Tokyo Drift.
Real one.
Yeah. I'll be sure to point him out when he shows up. He's a fan favorite.
This is like a. Is this like the first example of like this guy made a good indie film? Let's give him a multi-$100 million franchise for some
It
reason.
is kind of like the prototype. Give Josh Trank Fan Four Stick. Give indie director Marvel movie kinda.
give this guy fucking the Batman series, the Lego Batman movies.
Oh, who did Lego Batman?
No, sorry, the guys who made the Lego movie were gonna make
Phil Lord, Chris Miller.
yeah, and then they got fired and then replaced by Ron Howard for the first Star Wars movie. He broke the law. You can't do that. There's got to be like easier ways to get like laid if you're like 35 years old and have a car.
Yeah, for sure. That the face he makes when he does it is literally like he is about to kill himself.
Yeah.
It is
Shut
actually
up!
pretty good.
Listen, my parents never bought me an $80,000 car when I was in high school, which is of course a terrible sin. How could they?
I know.
But like I feel as if like if you have an $80,000 like import car, trying to pit maneuver a guy in a '70s American like full body is gonna end badly
Chevrolet
for you.
shitbox.
And that car probably weighs 50 times more than yours.
The flip cameras.
This is definitely like. Oh, let's go.
The Tabasco.
The Tabasco sauce. This is Texas.
It's like his car
So
literally just like fucking explodes.
Yeah, and he's just fine, not a scratch on him.
Oh, that's a running theme. The most Dom ever gets hurt in any of these movies is the end of the first one where he's like holding his shoulder a bit and his like head is bleeding.
Yeah.
She's fucking hurt the most.
Yeah, because she's 2006 Riz. It's really nice of that teenager to give the cops a copy of this.
Recorded scene of crime, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like how he said that. Dog, the car was fucking
Your
gone.
car was already fucked up, you idiot.
You had a frame. Sean Boswell, right? That's his name. I never remember his last name.
Was this guy in anything else, or was he like one of those people that are doomed to
You know,
doomed to be in a Fast and Furious movie for the rest of his life?
many such cases. Uh, you know, Lucas Black. My his name sounds familiar, but I can't put like a. I don't know if he's been in anything else.
Reckless driving. I have none. This isn't Texas. This is New Mexico.
Oh, he's in Friday Night
Arizona
Lights.
State flag.
Oh, he's been in some stuff. Seems like he's mostly in he's in TV.
Oh, my bitch mom won't cover up for my crime.
My bitch mom won't move away. Let's move away to like the 50 billionth town.
Again.
All right, here we go, baby. Time to Tokyo, 12 minutes and 5 seconds.
TTT.
All right. Actually, time to Tokyo, 12 minutes, 10 seconds.
Look at that fucking serif font. That's how you know.
Yeah, did they use that because it was ethnic looking? You think?
Yeah, serif equals ethnic.
I'm surprised they didn't get the Chinese food font. Oh fuck yeah, the slow mo.
Oh dude, the time's different here.
Why does he have a guitar?
The taxi doors open automatically.
He never uses that guitar. Why does he have that?
Because he's not gay.
Yeah, you're right.
You seem to be misinformed about what year this movie came out.
So I actually thought that this movie was actually mostly filmed on location, but I think a lot of the interior shots apparently weren't. I was informed by a comment on my lecture.
Isn't it
which kind of spoils the movie for me a little bit. I kind of wished it was kind of assumed it was shot on location.
Famously hard to film in Japan or something.
Yeah, but I thought us Americans we could get it done.
Yeah. Are paper doors real? Is there any Japanese people in the comments who can confirm? Paper doors feel like they're not that's something that doesn't happen.
Chad, is this real?
Grok, is this real?
Yeah, let's ask Grok. Grok would know. The thing is that Sean's dad's little apartment is old Japanese. It's not even one of those cement block buildings that you see in anime.
A retired Marine or whatever is gonna be in a shitty apartment from the 60s.
I think he's Navy.
Classy.
Speaking
classy
Japanese. That's what my subtitles
I
say.
fucking love when subtitles do that.
It's okay. I didn't want to know what they said.
95%
That's not why I
of
have
this movie
them
takes
on.
place in Japan, but we can't respect the Japanese enough to translate that.
Oh, you see,
come on,
you know
there's
he's
no
Navy.
way an ex-Navy officer has an apartment this small.
It's cozy. Maybe this is all he needs.
This is based. I would definitely live in this house, but then again, I'm also not a fucking ex-Navy officer.
You just know if you
came from
if you did
Arizona or
this
whatever.
and you actually bit the bullet and moved to Japan, you wouldn't actually go out and do anything. You'd just be one of those guys who just moves to Japan, just doesn't talk to anyone, just stays in his house all day. I forget what they're called. There's a name for them.
Hikimoris or whatever. Neat.
Omori boy, no, not that. There's
boy,
specifically for a
hikikomori.
foreigner who moves to Japan, or I guess
I didn't
any
even know they had a
foreign
word for
country. I guess it's technically any foreign country, but you don't acclimate, you don't enter the society proper.
Here.
The bedroom.
Dirty ass shirts. I miss my giant bedroom in Arizona. God,
We don't even
Japan's so
actually know.
small.
Don't even know what his bedroom was like. Look, he's got a nice neighbor. This is like how in Bleach Rukia sleeps in Ichigo's closet. When I was a kid, I was like, that's actually kind of cool. I would like sleeping in a closet.
Oh my.
I don't know what that says about me. Maybe we don't want to. Maybe we don't
Maybe
unpack
we
that.
don't want to examine that. Maybe you
Maybe
should
we
start
just
carrying around guitar even though you don't play it.
maybe we just move on.
Oh,
And
dude,
wait
the
for
fucking school,
wait
the
for the epic
Japanese school
song.
uniform, it's Persona, dude.
Bro, I'm literally Persona.
I'm literally Persona 3 or 4 or 5 right now. Actually, no, it's 5 because he's a criminal. I had to move to Tokyo.
Oh shit,
So we
this
did
is literally
Persona 5.
Persona 5. I never realized.
He didn't do
Here
it
it
for
is.
beating
Here
up
it
a
is.
cop or whatever happens in.
Oh, never mind. This isn't the. I thought this was the Ire Tokyo song.
Yeah, I was
guess
gonna
it's a
say
little later.
you got me all excited.
I only just saw this a month ago. You think I would know?
I was about to stand up for the racism national anthem.
I mean, this is just like an actual like J-pop song.
Yeah, this is just a real song. Did he go
Some
to the,
Linda shit.
Surely it's like harder to get into a Japanese high school than just this. But then again, we don't know how long the time period was between now and then.
I guess we don't. Yeah.
What's like the American opinion of like school uniforms, by the way?
It depends. You know,
Oh, come.
I think yeah, I know. The thing is with like it's. I'm glad I didn't have one, but I do kind of think certain uniforms look kind of cool. I don't know if I want to wear it every day. It's kind of annoying.
Don't worry, they were a giant pain in the ass.
Oh, did you have one?
Oh god, yeah. And I didn't even go to private school or anything. I went to a public school.
I know England does. They do uniforms.
Come on, England.
What was your uniform better or worse looking than Sean's?
We didn't wear blazers unless it was like you were doing something important and the principal would be like, put your fucking blazer on. But we had like button-up shirts and like ties and like gray slacks and stuff, and we had to wear like sweaters, which was a pain in the ass.
Hmm.
He's not wearing
Like,
his
what are
fucking
they?
tie. He's not buttoned up. This is bullshit.
What I don't understand is like
Here's another
they
30-year-old.
send this guy to this high school. He obviously does not know the language. So like, what do they expect him to do here? I guess they just like don't care. Is the answer?
The answer is shut up, idiot. Oh,
Introducing-
please.
This is Bow Wow, formerly Little Bow Wow.
Twinkie.
Twinkie, yeah. He's like their tech pusher guy. Also, it is very basically despite this movie being called Tokyo Drift, basically all of the main characters of the movie, none of them are Japanese.
Yeah, I'm starting
the
to
only
notice
like major Japanese characters are villains.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I just thought that was
I mean,
interesting.
Sean just knows how to use chopsticks. Like, good for him.
That is actually pretty crazy.
Guy grows up in the middle of nowhere in Arizona, but he knows chopsticks. In 2006, no less.
Oh my god. Yes, dude. Show him the ride. Gumshoe, you are not ready for this.
This is definitely Persona.
Yeah, he is. He
This
is like
is
the
Persona
the
6.
best friend character. Do you remember what Twinkie drives?
I remember this part. Oh man, the Lotus Elise. That card sucks ass in Need for Speed. I can't even remember.
Oh my god.
Like he's got the Hulk fists.
He's literally has a fucking Incredible Hulk car.
And this was before the Avengers, dude. This guy was an OG.
No, but this was after the 2003 Ang Lee Hulk. I was like, why the fuck does he have a Hulk car? And then I remembered this is a Universal movie.
Oh, what a mess.
I, you know,
Real cars, he says in Japan. Fuck you, Yankee.
yeah, dude.
Oh, Japanese people don't know how to make cars.
Don't you know that our Lord and Savior, the GOAT, Brian O'Connor, basically only
Yes, everyone
drives
rides for the
imports?
racism national anthem.
Oh, here it is.
Yes.
Everyone rise.
Mm-hmm. You best be standing, patriot. Why's he got the spare wheel on the roof? Where's the real cars? Here they are.
What a good movie.
Here they are, Coganoid.
Oh my god.
Let's go. And listen, I don't think this 33-year-old should be blowing any wads over Japanese teenagers.
Japan.
Yes. Relax. Your ass has been here for fucking 2 days, bro.
Not even. Isn't this his literal first day?
Literally, you got off the
He
plane.
just
and slept
immediately
1 day
breaks
and went to-
curfew. What a G.
Oh, he drives a Mazda. She drives a Mazda. Oh, was that even the driver's seat?
Were you asking if that was a Mazda?
No, I mean like the right. I don't know what side of the car Japanese people drive.
Oh, they drive on the right.
Okay. Cowards, I see.
Let me just car splain.
Oh, you drive a Mazda. That's gay. You should drive a shitty fucking 80s Ford like I did. I knew this. I don't even remember anything about this movie, but I knew this was gonna be like 90% of it. Oh, Chevys are better than Nissans.
I did, just wait till the fucking end of the movie, man.
Oh, those cars not even got
Because
a
you
massive
just
drive
what you
train.
don't understand is that this is a Fast and the Furious movie, and they don't believe in race divide or racism like that. They believe in the one race, the human race, and you're gonna see just what they mean by. Oh, hang
race,
on,
the
best
car
character
race.
introduced, best character spotted.
What's you with your perfect English when you're surrounded by a bunch of Japanese people?
That's the best character in the movie right there. Not him,
The villain or the guy with the long hair?
the guy with the long hair. That's we'll see a little more of him in a bit. But that's the guy from Better Luck Tomorrow. He was in that movie, and I guess like Justin Lin just like liked the actor, so he was like, "Yeah, man, you want to be in this movie too?"
He's definitely got like the vibe of like guest actor.
he's
Like
he's
the
kind of
camera's
like
weirdly focusing on him a lot.
he's sort of like the wise sage character. Gaijin, there it is,
What does
the
that
hard
mean exactly?
the hard
Yes,
J.
our first slur.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, this is a Fast and Furious movie. I was actually wondering if there was gonna be Yakuza in the movie.
I thought this was America.
I thought this was America. This guy should really just like find a girl who's like single instead of just like constantly getting into fights.
Yeah, I don't. It's his red hot blooded American style.
It's his fucking American patriot spirit.
Yeah. Yakuza. Ooh.
I'm gonna get like. Yo, that fucking camera move was sick. You didn't tell me this director had fucking wheels, bro. In this
he,
Fast and Furious movie.
he's not bad. He's not a bad director.
That fucking dolly swirl, that was some real shit.
They get kind of slick with the camera in this one, or in like the early ones at least. Oh shit.
Yo. Oh my god, this camera is so extra. This movie's great. The cinematographer's fucking showing off.
So all right, so like you'll notice that like basically in every scene, that guy, his name is Han, by the way. Han will basically always be eating snacks. Like he's always like got like a bag of snacks that he's eating from, and the reason why he does that is because in Better Luck Tomorrow he was a smoker, okay, and since then he's quit smoking, and that's like since he has like an oral fixation, he eats instead of smoking cigarettes. So there's your deep lore there.
That's the Dark Souls lore.
Yeah, that's the item description. I've been reading my
the item description for the bag of snacks you find in the dark alleyways.
Han Lu's weapon of choice ever since he gave up the smoke. Oh, this shit's so good. Crankshaft.
Don't fuck up this car, idiot.
He's like, fuck, he doesn't know how to drift.
Did the loathsome Westoid know about drifting before this movie?
So here's the thing about this is like I'm pretty sure that no character before this movie has ever drifted. So this is like a secret Japanese technique in the Fast and the Furious world. It's like how they introduce hockey halfway through One Piece. The thing is that there's a different meta game in America. The meta for racing in America is all about NOS and like getting your acceleration up really fast using the NOS, but they actually don't use NOS in this movie, I think, like at all. It's basically all drifting.
Yeah, they couldn't get the sponsorship for this movie.
Well, they just I have to wonder if it's just like they don't have enough like road. This guy's badass.
This fucking drip on this guy. Didn't even finish the cigarette. He literally
I know,
just
he's so
stomped
sick.
it out, brother.
Like fuck the sexy women. Like get this guy to do all the races.
Get this fucking bro. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We got sexy women.
This fucking guy. The fucking spiked hair, like that goes down. The flip phone recording. We have to go back.
Oh, you are not ready for this, man.
The fucking 180p flip recording.
It is such a time capsule.
I love that, like, the meta in the American Fast and Furious movies is all about NOS, but in this one, in this movie, the meta is being a better driver. that doesn't matter if you're an American race driver.
It kind of says it all, doesn't it?
It's all about, in the American races, it's about cheating, but in the Japanese one, it's actually about driving your car better.
Well, and here's the rub is that Dominic Toretto, he's good at both, okay?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice, dude.
Mwah. It's like when your
Tasteful-
balls barely touch
tasteful
the toilet
CG.
bowl.
Yeah.
It's like when your balls touch the toilet
It's
bowl.
when your balls go directly.
It's when you get the witch's kiss.
Yeah. Nice. He had to break the fourth wall just for the one joke, and I respect.
Of course. Yeah, there was actually a guy in my comments section who was like, it's like, I'm disappointed you didn't mention that Twinkie is canon, the most powerful Fast and Furious character, because he's able to break the fourth wall. I was like, I completely forgot he did that.
Dimensional lines.
Yeah, he's like the Deadpool of the Fast and Furious films.
someone like me who is this massive a simp for Japanese cars, it is embarrassing that I don't actually know what DK is driving because I actually don't really like that car. Nice, dude.
It's good shit.
Allow me to explain.
He's racing in a Nissan Fairlady Z33.
They like the weird ass like weird.
What's great about the Fast and the Furious like Wikipedia descriptions of the movies is that most of the times the people who wrote the plot summaries actually bothered to like know the names of the cars and wrote them in the plot summaries.
Well, I mean that is like that is 65% of these movies.
It's true. I feel like you would have way more of an appreciation of these movies, the early ones anyway, if you like actually gave a fuck about cars. What if they just made out there?
Mogs him and then it's gay. Double mog. God damn it.
He's like,
fucking
fuck,
car, bro.
my fucking car.
I'm gonna get addicted to cigarettes again.
I'm never loaning a honky a car again.
Let's see if I give a honky my car keys ever again.
Ooh.
You owe me money, you bitch. Damn right he does.
How are you going to possibly sneak into a house this small? Yo, he's got the Zubux Tiger poster, Japan. I was jet lagged, Dad. I can smell it on you.
I can smell the transmission fluid on you.
I can smell the NOS on you. We don't race with NOS. I knew you were racing. Son of a bitch.
Damn. Japanese jail.
Yeah, they'll send you to...
Haven't you ever seen Yakuza Like a Dragon? It's not cool there.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm only on Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Fuck you, Dad. You ruined it.
Don't play Kiwami, you fucking casual. That's it. I'm calling the cops.
Calling the Japanese cops.
What if it was like, here in Tokyo, but minor key?
Like menacing?
The racist national anthem, minor key.
The racism national anthem, parentheses, menacing.
Menacing.
As opposed to what it usually is, which is very, very uplifting.
Which is very welcoming
cerebral.
and beautiful.
Yeah, very
I like their
welcoming.
hats. I like the one lady who's like, I'm going to wear my French beret to school today. He's got a brand new car.
I love that he's got his nice, like, done up car, and then behind him I was like, oh, that's a really nice Toyota van. Get out of the way,
yeah,
man. I want to look at that Toyota family van behind you.
Yeah, honestly, like the really crazy looking sports cars, I've never really... Oh, K-Truck spotted! K-Truck spotted!
Yo, K-Truck! Get out, so Han, get your ugly piece of shit out of the way. The real fucking Japanese cars entered the scene.
We're such fucking losers.
I don't fucking...
No, but I don't really like the really, like, expensive looking sports cars.
They do get, like... I say that, like, they get really gaudy, but if someone was like, do you want one of these cars? I'd be like, well, yeah, obviously.
Look, a car's a car, right?
Yeah. It's better than the car I have currently, which is like a 2005 fucking Ford that my mother lended me.
Right.
So, like, obviously I'm gonna be like, oh, do you want a Mazda MX-5? I'd be like, well, yeah.
He's got the
fucking nipple
nipples.
hair, bro!
My goat.
This is the 17-year-old with the nipple hair.
His nipples are bigger than the fucking
And the
sumo guy. That is a badass tattoo. I would not fuck with this guy.
Super jealous of like,
Sumimasen.
guys. No, sorry, he said speaking Japanese.
Oh yes, of course. Okami. Did you play Okami for
Did you play
PS2?
Okami? The sequel's coming. That hand is fucking massive, dude. Oh, it was really nice of him to put his clothes back on.
Honestly, could have gone a lot worse.
That fucking Yakuza member or whatever was just like, here, let me put your clothes back on and then throw you out of the bathhouse.
And he even pays up.
Don't you embarrass me with this shit ever again.
So when I was watching this movie, or when I remembered this movie before I rewatched it, I thought Han was also in high school, but he's definitely not. He was waiting for him outside the school, which makes sense because he's in high school in Better Luck Tomorrow, and also he looks the same age as Sean, so he definitely shouldn't be in high school. But All right, so this is he's gonna try and convince Han to teach him how to Tokyo Drift, even though they already are doing a deal where Sean's doing jobs for him because he fucking wrecked his car.
Yeah.
But now he's also gonna teach him how to drift, I guess.
I wouldn't have lost the race if it was like a real car race instead of this gay.
Where's all the nos, bro?
Japanese
Japanese voices from video games. Sorry, audience. I'm sure you don't have these subtitles.
No, I didn't have Japanese voices from video game subtitles. I just had indistinct chattering with mine.
Yo, this mahjong. I know this is like a really standard mahjong table, but this table is actually really fucking badass. I don't know if this is the scene where they show it off, but it's like one of those electronic ones that collects the pieces.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm making my matcha tea because I'm in Japan.
Yo, green tea, Japan. Are they playing Need for Speed on the television? There's another.
I was trying to check that out, and it kind of just looked like it was like PD footage, not like a game.
You just talk like one. I don't think you understood me.
What's fucked up is that my subtitles actually decided to translate that one. He just called him like a cowboy. 72 Skyline.
Yay, Skyline.
72 Skyline for an 82 Corolla. That doesn't seem like a good trade.
I was
Skyline
wondering
like
if they would make a reference to Initial D in this movie, because like surely you would, right?
Just wait.
They better. Otherwise the
Oh,
director's
here it
not
is.
a
Here it
real
is. Look, oh, they pour them all in the middle. Fuck yeah,
Nice,
this is.
dude.
I want to learn how to play mahjong just to like use one of those tables.
It's just a flag.
So there's trouble in paradise here. So I should say Han is actually Korean. He's not Japanese.
Speaking of racism.
Because like in Better Luck Tomorrow, I'm not gonna spoil it because it's actually a pretty good movie. It's like I say this in the lecture, but it's sort of like early 2000s indie trite, but in a way that's kind of charming. Also, John Cho is in it. But like basically the movie ends where like the fate of Han is that he skips town, but like the movie takes place in California, or like I think Orange County specifically. So like he's not from Tokyo.
Racism. Sorry for everyone who lives in Orange
County. Oh, don't worry about it. You were talking about the movie as opposed to the other movie. Gajin.
Like deity.
Drift nuts.
I think you're projecting a little bit, Sean.
Nice coat.
Han should
I'm just
definitely
here.
be like, have you ever considered?
Owned.
I just got owned.
Totally owned.
My apologies, Han. I misunderstood your game.
I was not familiar with your game.
Yeah, holy shit.
See, Han's the goat. Han is the goat.
Sorry, there's a fucking horde of magpies outside my house right now.
You guys got magpies?
Yeah. That was incredible. I was like, Han should just be like, why don't you fucking find a girl who's not, like, dating a Yakuza member, you idiot? Like, if you're that horny, surely you can find a girl who's not dating.
Why don't you be like every other libertarian guy and find yourself an Asian wife?
Find yourself a nice Asian girl. Why don't you make like every other libertarian from Arizona who moves here? Start dating an Asian girl?
I like how we just retconned him as living in Arizona.
I'm pretty sure I saw the Arizona state flag in that police office.
You know what? Fair enough. I wasn't paying attention.
I saw something. It didn't look like the Texas state flag.
Yeah, the Texas state flag is pretty recognizable. Look, if you, an Australian, can point out what the Arizona state flag looks like and I can't, then I guess I better like
America
give up
has
my
fallen. The West.
yeah, the empire has fallen early. Yeah. Oh shit, here is there actually is NOS in this movie. I actually forgot. This might be the only time they use NOS though.
That fucking smile is creepy, Sean. Don't do that.
Because this is the iconic scene where well, you'll see.
I know, but I remember this part because it's very like.
So you think that is like is that like real? Do you think that was like actually a real thing?
I know a lot of countries do that, but it's like it's not in this they make it out like lol sissies, but in reality it's like, well, I mean, yeah, you just send the fine to their address. They have your license plate.
True.
They're not gonna be like, let's get into a fucking 18-car pileup on the interstate freeway just to catch one guy doing 190.
Not to spoil it, but there is not a scene, unless it's a deleted scene. There isn't a scene where Han's dad or Sean's dad, Han and Sean. What the fuck is up?
Nice.
These movies are fucked because they name all the characters like the exact same name with like slight differences all the fucking
Dom,
time.
Holy shit.
Han, Dom, Sean, Brian,
yeah,
Vince, Vin Diesel, Hobbs, Han, Letty.
Fucking relax, fucking honky, Jesus. Listen, I know it was Arizona in the fucking 2000s, but you've never seen two girls kissing?
He's like, oh, girls.
Oh, nice, there's girls here. Han should really just be like, dude, you really need to get laid, man. Nice.
Hey, ages of consent in Japan is a little higher than
They changed.
A little lower, actually. Yeah, it's different with the
at the time,
prefectures, as we all know.
It was acceptable in the 80s.
I like how Twinkie is just here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Shouldn't you be
He just
like,
happened to. He just happened to be here because I like they don't ever like talk about it, but I guess he's just like. I guess like in the first scene with Han, he's just like knows Han. So I guess like Han is sort of in like different worlds. Like he's part of the Yakuza like guys, but he's also like got his own like group going on. But like also like Twinkie's a high schooler. If I was like a 20-something like
the Yakuza member,
crime lord kind of guy, I would not like hang out with high schoolers.
Yeah, it is definitely like, what is this get this teenager out of my fucking
exactly
Yakuza party?
I mean, technically Han is not Yakuza because DK isn't Yakuza. His uncle is. He's just wannabe. So like we're 2 degrees of separation here. But like the fact that Han has his own like hideout is, I don't know, it's weird. Oh, they have like those like nap beds. Oh, he gets the Evo.
Ooh.
He just gives him this, by the way. God forbid you drive a Hyundai. Sorry to all my Hyundai viewers, by the way.
Sorry to everyone who watches this. It's a normal person who the car they drive is the car.
It's okay. I drive a Kia. All right, you're amongst the plebs here.
Yeah. You're amongst the you're not amongst the gentry here. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
The landed gentry.
These poor Japanese fishermen.
Skyline drivers.
It says in the Wikipedia article that he's practicing in a Lancer. You know a lot about the Mitsubishi Lancer, don't you, Gumshoe?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Lancers were everywhere when I was growing up, because like every teenager that thought he was hardcore had one.
I will say the Lancer is like kind of it is a nice looking car.
It's a nice looking stock car, so it was like one of those ones that was like it's really easy to tune it up to make it look good for not that much money if you're 19 years old and want to be like, oh look at my cool car. Please pay attention to me, girls. I have a cool car.
My kind of like the kind of cars that I like are like sort of they look kind of stock, like unassuming almost. Not like SUVs or like minivans, obviously, but you know, like a typical like sedan type car, with like only like slight like accents to it. So I do like the Lancer. I'm a fan of It's not a 4-door. Excuse me. It's not a 4-door, but I am a fan of you know, American in my blood, born and raised. I do love me an El Camino every now and then.
And I really do enjoy a 70s landabout American car.
There was a long time ago now when I used to live in town. Oh yeah, speaking Japanese yet again.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, he's given his son a nice Japanese proverb. There was a house down the street from where I lived, and they were selling their El Camino. I didn't drive at the time, but fuck, man, I wanted that car. That was like almost a decade ago.
That would have been the most hardcore shit if you pulled up to your high school with the El Camino.
I had long since graduated by then, but it would have been pretty badass if I had a Camino. I was a big My Name Is Earl fan when I was a kid.
Yeah, when you mentioned the story to me in the past, I was like, and it was before everyone would have called you a poser for getting an El Camino because of.
It was pre-Breaking Bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was pre Better Call Saul.
Dude, the fucking
Actually, that's
star
not true.
suspenders. This guy fucks.
Yeah, this guy's got a good fit.
The frost, like the frosted like blonde and the suspenders, and he keeps adjusting.
But this is an important scene for Sean's character. All right, it's important that you find out that he diffuses the situation. He doesn't try to go further here, even though that's what he did at the beginning of the movie.
Mm.
So like this technically isn't really like character growth.
He just. Damn.
It's like, okay, Twinkie, sorry. I just basically just
Sorry,
save your
you
ass.
want me to keep your ass getting beaten up, you fucking loser. It's like is there something gross about the fact that like the heartthrob of this movie is not a Japanese girl?
It
feels weird.
Look, I don't want to point any fingers here, all right? And it's all in good fun here when we say, haha, they're racist, right? But I'm not kidding. I do think it is a little weird that, like, the main characters of the movie, none of them are Japanese. Han is Korean, okay?
Closest.
The guy who plays DK is apparently half Japanese. So,
Because this was not filmed in Japan, of course.
It's just a little odd. They do have one Japanese actor, like famous Japanese actor, that they have like it's like for cred purposes. But like besides that, basically all the other Japanese people are like
Set dressing or villains.
they're like extras, glorified extras.
Or, of course, sex objects, of course, but, they're
Oh
not ready
yes,
for
well
that conversation
of
in
course, but that's
2006.
I mean that's just the Fast and the Furious tradition.
Well, I mean, yeah. There's only
Oh,
one
hang
race,
on,
the
Lord
car
Dump,
race.
Lord Dump. This is important lore. If you've seen Better Luck Tomorrow,
Nice.
there you go.
Nice,
Mexico.
dude.
That's also important. It's also important that you know that Han talks about Mexico. I won't explain why.
Oh god, you know what?
For any of the viewers who are new to the Fast and Furious franchise, I'll explain this to you after commentary.
For all the
Gumshoe.
all the viewers in the audience who are gonna go back and play the Demon Souls of the Fast and Furious series.
Exactly. All right. Let Han talk to Sean for a bit. I need to get a drink. Real drink. As opposed to other.
As opposed to the Halo 2 plasma grenade you're drinking. Oh my god, please.
I wish I fucking was. But no, I'm not. I'm not playing fucking game right now. This is fucking dog shit.
They're having a nice quaint discussion about how everyone is an NPC except them, of course. Look at all those sheep walking the streets down there, huh? We're not like us. We're up here in the soccer field watching them. It's another key truck, let's go. Here we see what counts for courting in the Fast and Furious series.
He's drifting.
I was gonna say this is courting in the Fast and Furious universe.
This is
a
establishing
mating
your
display.
dominance.
Yeah, this is like when you see two birds of paradise in the wild and the male's doing a mating dance.
Exactly, but less gay.
It's true. Because
We-
they don't dance. Guys don't dance. That's gay.
There have not been
We drive
any gay
cars.
characters in any Fast movie. The closest has been the villain of Fast X. What the hell is his name? Carl
Of
Drago.
course. Oh, the Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa. He's the villain Fast X, and he's great in it. However, he plays like a super like flamboyant like gay guy, but he's not actually gay. He's just like, it's just like villain, so gay coded type character, but like really
Here's the
gay.
initial D.
Yeah, this is the initial D part.
It's like, see, what I'm annoyed is they didn't actually like, of all the beautiful Japanese cars that you could be doing, they don't actually do the Japanese hatchbacks from Initial D, and do a real reference to it.
I like how they're just like behind him were just like these
Yeah.
girls in like
Girls doing
bonnets.
Lolita stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just got the gothic Lolitas in town. No, you could
Pretty
not.
funny. I suppose like your ugly ass like Hulk car is not that good, so you had to get that money somehow. Oh, I didn't know you were doing anything illegal.
No, he knew this. He knows this.
Oh, jeez. Shoutouts to today's sponsor, Raise Wheels.
RaiseWheels.co.jp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if that's still a site. I'm gonna look that up.
And
RaiseWheels.co.jp.
and it's an IRS scam website.
Folks, we're in business. It is still a real website.
For all
It is
you-
like a
for all you
legit
Japanese viewers
website.
out there who are looking to
Fuck
get
yeah.
like, mods for your terrible Mitsubishi Lancer. Get
Now
it
see,
from-
now
get it
they
from
like
Ray's
them.
part. Yeah.
Not bad. Go white boy,
something I
go
wanted to
white boy,
point
go.
Go, yes. Inspiring, this white boy drifts in perfect Japanese.
This white boy drifts with perfect precision.
Yeah, this white boy drifts in perfect Japanese.
There you go. Okay, so he actually is still like
Still serving.
he's still serving. I didn't remember that because it's not really that important. But...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think they're just watching like real footage, not watching like a game or anything.
Just that's like hype though. Have you ever watched those like old like Japanese like street racing videos?
No.
There's some really cool shit in them. Twink, bro, come on.
Don't
and you
call
said
him
there was no
that.
gay representation in these movies.
And all right, a little spoilers. In F9, Twinkie is actually in that movie for a bit. And he's like, "Yo, I don't go by that anymore." Cuz he's like
gay,
fucking
dude. I can't be
30
like
now.
that anymore. It'd be weird. He doesn't want to be going by. He doesn't want people think whenever they hear his name, they don't want people think bun filled with cream.
Yeah.
Cute little bun filled with cream. I can understand being a 30-year-old man and being uncomfortable with that.
I mean, like the sponge cakes.
No, do you think
the
it was
sponge
because
cakes are
like
white?
Han?
So I don't know why he's even called Twinkie to begin with.
Do you think it? There it is. Oh my god, I was wrong. There it is. Pog, initial D.
There you go, baby.
That's it. That's your one and only of those gorgeous 80s Japanese cars. Never again. Good.
Those
enough
cars
or
are
what?
fucking great.
We got souped up Mazdas to show off.
You were talking about the silver one, right? That we saw
Yeah,
for like 2
the
seconds.
hatchback.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
saw
the
it for 2
hatchback.
seconds.
Those cars are awesome. I mean, when I was a kid, like all kids, I watched Back to the Future, and I thought the DeLorean was badass.
And then you grow up and realize that they were the Cybertrucks.
Biggest pieces of shit. Yeah, they were the Cybertrucks of the 70s.
Everyone fucking hated them and they broke down constantly.
The joke in Back to the Future was that it was a fucking piece of shit car that
piece of
the
shit car
Doc
that
Brown
everyone
could get
hated.
for like cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny how life turns out.
Yeah. I wanted to point out at the start, by the way, when
Bama boy. He's from Alabama, by the way.
Alabama. That didn't look
Alabama
like, I suppose
man.
they moved. I was gonna say that didn't look like Alabama.
Okay, so this song in the background is actually a cover of a Carpenter's Top of the World. I literally had to like Shazam this last time I watched it because I was like, this cover is fucking awesome. Just like look it up. It's I wish I remembered the name of the band, but it's a cover of Top of the World by the Carpenters. There's
in the first race when we're still back in America, when he was like driving around in that suburb, he like they kept showing the clutch and him like shifting the clutch in his car, but
Yeah.
it was very clearly the stick was like a linear stick, like an automatic. So I don't know what the
Oh
fuck
my
he
God.
was. I don't
Maybe
think
it was
his
like
car had
a-
a clutch in it.
maybe it was like a weird stick shift. I don't know. Do you know how to drive stick?
I was taught how to do it, but I hate driving stick.
But you can do it.
It's been a long time since I've done it, so I've probably forgotten. But I did. My parents kind of forced me to learn how to drive stick when I was a teenager.
I mean, like it's basically like you hit the clutch, then you shift the gear, you let go of the clutch, and then you go. Right? That's the idea. Yeah. Obviously, it can't be that hard because, like, they need people to know how to drive it. But personally, I've never. I learned on automatic, so.
I just like always drove automatics, partially because I never had a manual after I got my license, but my parents when I was learning to drive were like, you need to learn manual.
My was a good friend of mine. He had a Pontiac, and it was a manual car. So, like he had that car for fucking ever. He had that like from high school through basically all of college, and basically whenever I drive with him, he would always be driving it. So like, I know of my friend drives stick shift is basically what I'm saying. We don't need to like audience, if you're like worried that we're not talking about the movie and we're missing stuff, don't worry, we're not missing anything. Like half of this movie is basically no plot at all. Like
What do you mean? This is
the
critical
the
character
plot has
development
decided
for
to stop
women.
for now, so we can just talk about whatever. I'll let you know when the plot gets going again.
This is very.
We're just getting
all
like
this
backstory
critical
that
character
doesn't matter.
development going on.
Yeah, but that
For
doesn't
these
matter.
characters that disappear from the Fast and Furious series for 7 films. Critical character development. No, the real shit is, have you ever driven a car that had column like stick shifting where the gearbox is in the by
No.
the
I've
steering
never
wheel?
driven manual.
My
I
dad's,
fucking
like,
hate-
project car.
You want to know? You want to know the secret? You want to know my big secret? I fucking
like-
hate driving. I
Yo,
hate
me
driving
too.
so much. It sucks
Driving-
so bad.
I fucking hate. I don't know if I hate driving. I hate other people having cars.
Oh well, I mean,
if I was the only
yeah,
person driving,
that's
it would be great.
exactly. That's literally what I said in my like vlog I made 2 days ago. Was that like driving is actually really great when no one else is on the road. That's why I like driving in the middle of the fucking night. Okay, the plot's starting. By the way,
I was gonna
Excuse me.
make a point. Like, do you think the reason why he hated going by Twinkie was because Han and everyone started calling him Twink, and he was like, "Dude, don't call me that, bro."
he was like, "Fuck, I didn't think of that."
Like Han just
so
starts
he's-
calling him Twink.
He's beating him up because he's been macking on I don't remember her name. Not Gaijin.
Yeah. Noted feminist films. Fast
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Furious. This woman is so unremarkable you don't even know her name.
Look, I'm 3 Arizonas and a buzzball deep. It's not the movie's fault that I don't remember her name. Well, maybe it is a little bit, but
I'm just saying, like,
they're
Sean
not
needs to, like,
beating
start
the
wearing-
women are objects allegations. I'll
Yeah.
say that. Why don't you just
Considering
date
that
that
he's,
nice
like-
Japanese woman that has
Yeah.
that's literally right behind you?
He can, all things considered, given that he's like fucking around with the girlfriend of a guy who's Yakuza adjacent, he needs to he got off pretty easy considering all he did was get like haymakered in the fucking temple and then they kicked him and then left.
Yeah.
The Yakuza
I mean,
do
well,
shit like cut off your fucking finger.
It's not like this guy can like actually do IBM reference.
Hey.
It's not like this guy can like actually have him killed. As we'll see shortly, he's not actually Yakuza. So like he can't have him whacked,
He's a
right?
poser.
He is kind of a poser. So basically, the most he could do is beat him up. I guess he could kill him, but like
So what you're saying is
that's
he's
crazy.
Buster and he's not OG. He's not gangsta.
precisely
getting from here.
Gumshoe. He's Buster and not OG.
That's damn Do you think this is what Japan looks like? Dude, he's wearing Henley shirts. I'm like on DK side, really. He's like walking around with like sleeveless shirts with his like massive, like his arms, because he goes to the gym.
He is calling her mom the whore of Kabukicho, though, which is pretty fucked up.
You shouldn't say that. Dude, don't call her. I'm not gonna be. I don't want to say that word. I
What,
respect
Gaijin?
women too much. No, I respect women too much to say it, to make that joke.
Oh, sure.
We gotta break the fast. and
Neela.
furious
Her name
cycle.
is Neela.
Okay, thank God.
Which is like not a real name.
That's like a.
Have you
that
ever
is like
known a Neela?
That is definitely like a Disney's Atlantis name.
It's true. I think of Constable Neela from Sly 2 Band of Thieves, but it's spelled differently in that game.
Speaking of,
I think
feminist
she's like
classics.
part Pacific Islander. So like closer to your neck of the woods than mine.
Polynesia, the noble Polynesian.
Let me look this up real quick.
If you've never seen that little bit of humanity deep lore,
She's
the
Peruvian
Polynesian-
/ Australian. So yeah.
Nice. Represent.
So we got some Australian representation here.
the Mercedes.
I guess I was just wondering if you've ever met a Neela. Oh, this is Sonny Chiba, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, he's coming out of this car right here. He plays like DK's like uncle, who's like legit Yakuza, not like cosplaying.
Yeah, not pretending.
And he's also their like Japanese actor cred for this movie, because like Sonny Chiba was like in real movies.
we
There he is, looking dapper as fuck,
looking like a fucking pimp.
Yeah, Kamata, I believe. Yeah. Speaking of Persona, from like hour and a half ago, he's got the Sojiro hat from Persona 5. Unless that was a Panama hat, I don't actually remember now that I think about it.
Please admire my wonderful 2005 IBM desktop computer.
In stores now, please buy.
In stores. Pentium dual core inside.
In stores then.
Yeah.
All right, so like in this scene, we're Boss Kamada is realizing that some of the money that DK is supposed to be giving to him is not there, and he's coming to the conclusion that, Han is scraping a little bit off the top. DK doesn't think that's true. He doesn't want to believe it because he thinks Han is his friend. But I'm just gonna let you know he's totally doing that.
because Han is actually based.
Yeah, because Han is based as fuck, and he does not respect DK because DK's a poser.
Is this like the first time that they've been speaking Japanese in this Japanese film for more?
This is the longest exchange of Japanese in the entire movie, and we're an hour in.
Time to Japanese dialogue, 1 hour 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, that tie fucks, dude. I want that.
It's a great fit.
Shell.
It's a great fit.
The dork ass black Henley shirt is a good fit too, though. But I'm just saying that as someone who only wears Henley shirts currently. Loser.
Well, I'm currently wearing my Frog and Toad graphic tee that I bought at Target for $10. So
I sure did buy clothes from Aldi today, so I shouldn't be talking.
What is Aldi like your version of Walmart?
Aldi. It's not. Like,
Aldi.
It's more like Aldi, like the German like supermarket. They're just so dang reasonably priced, though. You can get like a 5-pack of socks for like $6, dude.
Do they sell clothes?
Sometimes they don't sell like clothes. They sell like Aldi sells like all that weird like they'll sell like televisions or like refrigerators or whatever.
Interesting.
And sometimes it'll be clothes and sometimes it'll be suitcases.
We do have an Aldi like not too far from here. I basically never shop there. But I was reading. Have you ever read Persepolis? It was that like comic by that like Iranian woman from like the 80s, basically. Well, like it's like regaling her life from the 80s. They had a movie too, but basically there's like a plot, like a stretch of the comic where she talks about like shopping at Aldi because she was living in Germany at the time, which is like the first time I ever seen it like portrayed in fiction or in media, not fiction. Okay, so this is when the plot has like actually really like started again. So we need to start like a gun got pulled and we need to start paying attention now.
Oh no, my car. The real victim.
This is actually a really there's some classic trivia that you know how the stereotypical like Lord of the Rings trivia is that like Viggo Mortensen like stubbed it like broke his toe in that take of the movie. There is a scene coming up that is like the Viggo's toe of the Fast and the Furious franchise coming up, and that I will be sure to explain to you.
Okay. You
and
can
the audience,
you can get the cred gain by by explaining it to me.
Precisely, yeah. Guy who gets a little rush from explaining Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift lore. I love being that guy. This is also like the biggest race in the movie, so enjoy it.
Is this like even like actually a race? This is more like a car chase, really.
It's more of a chase than a race, yes.
Yeah.
But a chase is kind of like a race.
That shot was so extra. See, this is what I'm like thinking. Is that like did the loathsome white man know about drifting before this movie? Was this like
Definitely not. Definitely not. Sean might be the first white man in the Fast and the Furious franchise to know how to drift.
Was this like forbidden lore? Because I knew like Initial D obviously was big in like anime nerd circles, but like the average Fast and Furious watcher is not watching Initial D VHS.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like in real life?
Yeah, in like real life.
Well, I mean, yeah, surely they knew about drifting.
You were drifting in Mario Kart.
You literally have to. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, like, we have NASCAR over here, but like, you can kind of drift in NASCAR.
Yeah, but they were probably doing something like calling it like understeering, like something lame,
understeering.
Like,
no,
cool
no.
and based like drifting.
Maybe. DK's got a good ride, I will say.
Grok, look this up.
Grok, can you explain this? When was drifting recognized by the Bush administration?
Drifting was invented in 1665 by Count Drift. by the Earl of Driftington in England. When he drifted his horse and cart for the first time.
His horse and buggy.
You ever see those mods for like Grand Theft Auto that like turn the cars into like horses and buggies?
No,
like
that sounds pretty
he's
good.
Just drifting his horse and buggy around the corner. When the Earl of Drift pulls up in the whip.
The finest stallion this side of England.
Yeah. The finest stallion this side of the Thames. He's strapped parentheses flintlock pistol. Sorry, there's a very exciting chase scene happening. We should be talking.
Okay. So this chase scene, in the Shibuya Scramble, right? Okay.
Oh my god, dude.
So this is the people are obviously CG, right? Okay. I think I'm pretty sure I said in the lecture that it was like. See, I don't know if they filmed this on location. But
I want to say it's not, because apparently it's really hard to get like shooting permits in Japan.
Okay, so here's the thing there. They did film some shots on location, right? And what happened was the cops arrested the director of this movie because they filmed without a permit, right?
Nice.
But the thing is that the guy they arrested was actually a fall guy the production hired to get arrested for the night because they didn't get a permit. that is a true story. There's a true story. Yeah, so like they didn't actually arrest Justin Lin, but they arrested like a fall guy. It is like the most primo lore for basically any Fast and Furious movie that isn't Vin Diesel's Instagram posts.
God, is this the end of Han?
Oh my god. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't want to talk over it. This part is fucked up.
This is gut-wrenching, bro.
This is so sad.
This is so sad. Grok, can you look this up?
Yeah, Grok, can you tell me Han's okay?
Can you tell me everything's gonna be okay? He's fucking dead, dude.
So Han is dead.
This is the part where you say like, actually Han's in Fast and Furious 11. He comes back, but he's got like a little bird mark on his forehead, and he's like, "I survived." That's what you're gonna say next, right? He turned on his webcam, folks. It's getting real. I'm staring.
Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know?
Do you want to see how deep the rabbit hole goes?
Do you want to see how deep the rabbit hole goes, Tec Gumshoe? Do you want to take the red pill and see just how far the rabbit hole goes?
Well,
folks,
someone in that movie did tell me ignorance was bliss.
That's true, yeah. A certain base character who was totally right and not wrong at all. Han is dead. Okay. He does not come back for this movie.
He comes
However,
flashback, bro.
In Fast and Furious, through like Fasts 5 and 6 are all prequels to Tokyo Drift. Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt this. This part's really funny.
He's got his M9, dude. He's got his service pistol.
Thank you, Object, for solving this conflict.
When are we gonna get the when are we gonna get the feminist frequency videos about the Fast and Furious series?
That's a good question. Can I donate to Anita Sarkeesian's Kickstarter?
Kickstarter and get some analysis of this.
Is it not too late? Can I go to like her backer kit or something?
Yeah.
Like a late pledge
kit about like her schedule.
What do you think she's up to these days?
The UN.
That was so long ago
like
now. That was almost a decade ago.
For her. I'm all for the grift.
I'm all for women's wrongs.
It's damn true.
True, yeah.
I
haven't talked to the UN.
It would be misogynist if I didn't like support her taking the money.
True. Oh man.
Racing is part of who I am, Dad. You're just gonna have to.
Anyway, Anita, hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Ruined this goddamn country.
Yeah. Thanks for causing the downfall of the American Empire by proxy.
It's totally all your fault.
It's definitely entirely your fault. Yeah. Nothing else happened in that period of time.
I can't think of any examples. Could you?
It's true. All you had to do was just like actually review like real movies like Fast and Furious instead of reviewing Mario.
Yeah. Why couldn't you just call Tokyo Drift misogynistic?
and how couldn't you, given how easy it
is? Right.
It's so easy to do as well. Like I'm doing it right now.
This franchise is so chuddy. It is insane.
It is definitely like that guy who loves these movies, but he
they've tried in later movies to make like you know to like
girl boss
push the women characters up to like do more, but like you can't shake off the chud. All right, like the chud. That's not what the chud aroma is at the fucking heart and soul of the Fast and the Furious franchise. You can't just get rid of it like that. They actually when I was looking up like future movies, apparently one of the ideas, I guess, because there's no way they're actually gonna make this, is they're making a Fast and the Furious female-led spin-off film that's supposed to come out within the next couple of years.
Fast and Furious.
And I'm like, how are you going to get the average Fast and the Furious fan to see a movie with a female main character? It's not gonna happen.
I can't believe Fast and the Furious has gone woke.
Like, yeah, right. And that's all we know about it, right? So I wonder if it's like Letty is getting a spin-off movie. Well, actually, what's happening is that Fast X didn't make a lot of money. Well, it made a fuck ton of money, but it didn't make enough money because these movies...
It didn't make $50 billion.
Yeah, it didn't make $50 billion because Fast X was like the 4th most expensive movie ever made. So it only made like $1 billion. So...
Which means it didn't make any money, of course.
Which means it was a total failure.
And this is the symptom of it. Dude, the Japanese flag.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he's confronting the Yakuza.
Oh, yes, dude. The fucking Commodore haircut.
He's going into like Lion Heat style or whatever. I'm sorry, audience. I haven't played any Yakuza game. I have a feeling that like most of those spin-off movies
by the way.
are not actually happening because Fast X did not do as well as they wanted it to. Because like the idea was that Fast X was supposed to be like the first of like a trilogy of like epic films, and I think the current plan is that the next film is supposed to be the last one. So who knows what's happening?
Last Fast and Furious film.
Yeah, right. But for real this time.
This time it's actually the end.
Yeah. So Sean, just to prove to the audience that I know what is happening in this movie, Sean is confronting Boss Kanata to return the money that Han has basically scraped off the top of DK's operation. Not just to get into not necessarily to get into his good graces, but to sort of act as leverage for a certain event that he's about to try to partake in.
It would have been like actually based if the conclusion of this film was like, no, he just actually reconciled. Like, no, I'm here to pay back Han's score. I actually don't want to start a fight with you.
Well, he technically doesn't want to start a fight with Kanata because he's like legit Yakuza. He just wants to there you go. See, he's sucking up to Kanata.
Sir, yeah.
Because like Kanata does not respect DK either. Because DK's he's a poser, bro.
He's busted.
Takashi.
We've discussed this.
Yeah, as we've discussed, he's a buster. I like how he just knows English. Oh, okay, he speaks English. I forgot. I guess he would probably have a decent grasp on English
or something. That's the least of this problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know, if they teach English in Japan, at least like a decent amount. All right. So there you go. There's our third act.
Our third act with 20 minutes left in the film.
That's true. You know what's great about the early Fast and the Furious movies? They're in and they're out. It's hour fucking 30.
It's true. It is.
Although
these are very briskly, I will say, for all the criticism I'm doing, this pacing is actually quite impressively decent.
You know, except for the fact that the plot basically stops for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know, it's in Japan. So why are you complaining?
See, look at the boss iced coffee machine back there. I drink that now. It took 15 years for it to get here. But I drink that iced coffee now.
This is not a good fit, Sean. Okay, so here's...
He's getting mogged by all these Japanese people dressing better than him.
Case in point. That is a great outfit. Okay, so here's the rub what I was talking about earlier about the one race, the human race.
Nice.
Where this car is totaled, right? But the engine, the heart of the car, is perfectly intact. And what has Sean? The heart of the cards is intact. And what has Sean's dad been making throughout this entire movie? A body, a fucking hot, red-blooded American body muscle car, baby. And what are we gonna do?
The resolution to this film is going to be interracial marriage.
Libertarian guys with their Asian wives.
Libertarian dream. The ultimate the resolution of this film is the libertarian ideology of interracial marriage.
Gumshoe, do you know about one race films?
Do I want
okay.
to know about them?
All right, good. So Vin Diesel's like production company is this thing called One Race Films, okay? And like I guess it's like
spark plug. Oh, good for you, Sean. Like, you know what a spark plug is?
Yeah, he knows what a spark plug is. I knew what a spark plug was because I saw it in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. But like, all right, One Race Films is Vin Diesel's production company. And the reason it's called that is because Vin Diesel is like he's like a really cagey guy about his like ethnicity. Like part of like his big break was making this short film called Multifacial, which was about like being a mixed race actor in Hollywood. That's how like Spielberg discovered him and shit, right?
Yeah.
So like Vin Diesel is very anti-racist to the point that he's like one of those guys, not like an I don't see color guy, but he's like one of those. He's like you know,
race abolitionist.
Yeah, exactly, a race abolitionist. So he named his movie production company One Race Films, and the only reason I can think of why he would name it that is because he believes in one race, the human race. And isn't that a wonderful message seen front and center here in Tokyo Drift? I think so.
It is true. When you think about it, this is a beautiful anti-racist piece of art.
Just not anti-misogynist.
I mean, listen, you can only do one of them at a time. Right?
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get to the anti-misogyny Fast and Furious film. This is the anti-racist.
Or it's fucking Sean Aura farming at the top of the initial
Alright,
tower.
you'll get your turn.
Aura
We gotta
farming
deal
is
with
fuck.
racism first. Yeah. I gotta say though, the whole like making the interracial car is hype as shit. That's an amazing climax.
Calling it an interracial car is really funny. But it's
the
true.
Interracial Aura car.
It's a truth nuke.
They weren't ready for it in 2006, dude, but the interracial car will bring us world peace.
Yeah.
That's the resolution of this film. This is so fucking good. Speaking Japanese.
It's okay.
Not
I didn't
anti-racist
know
enough, dude. The Torii Gates is the finish line.
That's right.
Oh my god, bro. One race, dude. Let's go.
One race. One race to rule them all. The human race.
Now, call me old-fashioned, but I'm pretty sure they don't just put random Torii Gates on just country roads in the middle of nowhere in Japan. I'm pretty sure they have a little bit more spiritual significance than that.
Fuck you.
So what I'm saying is this gorge that looks like California does not look anything like Japan.
Gumshoe, would you believe that this isn't actually Tokyo and that my simpleton American mind thought it was?
That's... yeah, what are you talking about? The classic, like, Japanese landscape of dry shrublands. In this tropic
God, I'm dumb as fuck. Remember the guy who was smoking at the beginning of the movie?
It's so obviously California.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. I just get so immersed in the film, I don't even think about this stuff.
I just get so immersed in the one race, dude. The only race that matters.
Look, we're not just in California, we're in Earth, all right? And guess what else is in Earth? Japan. So am I really wrong here?
Listen, Gumshoe, you might see California and Tokyo, but I only see Earth. I can't believe Vin Diesel did it. He figured out he fixed racism.
He ended racism. It's true.
All it took
he's
was
the
the Chronicles of Riddick series.
Aw, man, Riddick. You know, I actually bought the 4K of Riddick the other day. 2 weeks ago. I actually wanted to watch. I wanted to watch like Pitch Black and stuff before I did the Fast and Furious lecture. Not because I was going to talk about him, but just to like learn more about Vin Diesel. But I just didn't
get the Vin Diesel deep.
Yeah, exactly.
Series.
There is actually some pretty interesting Riddick lore that I may talk about at some point, but why don't we just enjoy the race for now?
They're like watching the race on their phones. So how just like
I guess
like,
they're like streaming
speaking, like are they like video calling someone and then like hanging up and then calling a different guy who's lower down the mountain and then hanging up and then calling a different guy lower down the mountain?
You know, I know that they had like pretty complex or like pretty pretty good, like, flip phones in, like, Japan back then. But, like, I don't think they had... I can Discord call my friends on my flip phones.
They had, like, live video, like, audio video, like, streaming on flip phones in 2005 or whatever.
And it's not like they're just recording it, because Twinkie is, like, reacting to Sean winning the race, so he knows what's happening. So
no, this is brave non-linear editing is what's happening actually.
Oh, true. It's
Twinkie's
avant-garde.
just watching
It's like
the
Quentin
video of the race
Tarantino.
at the end.
Yeah, we just don't know that as the audience yet.
Non-linear editing.
The rest of the movie has been, like, totally fine. That's just when Justin Lin decided to go sicko mode at the end and do non-linear.
he was an artist, bro. Justin Lin decided to be an artist, goddammit.
I mean, if you don't think that Justin Lin is a bona fide goddamn auteur at the end of this movie, I don't know what to tell you.
Sure.
You should definitely watch Better Luck Tomorrow.
I'm gonna.
Because, like...
Now I've got the deep lore. I need to play Demon Souls.
Yeah, you need to play the Demon Souls of the Fast and the Furious franchise. Yeah. You know what's fucked up is
to stop interracial marriage.
It was DK is trying to stop the one race, the human race from becoming complete. You know what's fucked up about Better Luck Tomorrow is that I watched it in November, right? Mr. Movies November, as I said earlier. Well, guess the day I watched it was election night. So, like, I came home from work. Kamala Harris was not doing very well. And I was like, I'm not going to think about this at all. I'm going to watch a movie instead. And then
Better Call Saul. I was going to Better Luck Tomorrow.
The movie was over, and Kamala was doing worse. And then I went to bed. I woke up 3 hours later, and it was Jover.
No spoilers.
So that was my
That
day.
movie yet. It was an emotional roller coaster.
You could say that. You
should have watched Tokyo Drift, and then it would have ended with the uplifting message.
Well, at the time, I wasn't even aware I was going to be doing a Fast and the Furious lecture.
I was not aware of my destiny.
I wasn't aware of my destiny yet, yeah. Okay, anyway.
Yay, everyone's cheering that this guy died.
DK got totally owned because he got too sort of mirroring the beginning of the movie with Brad from Home Improvement. He got too focused on trying to defeat Sean as opposed to winning the race. So that's kind of like a full circle. It's like poetry. It's sort of like their rhyme moment here. It just proves that this film is cinema. Anyway, he won the race, proving that Whitey can actually drift harder than the Japanese. But
really
better yet, the human race,
the human race, that triumphs
all. You know, we're all the same, all right? We're all the same on the inside.
All right, white boy.
That's basically what he says. It's basically what he says.
Go on, say it, Justin Lin. Do it.
Well, he didn't write the movie. I bet if he wrote it, he would say that.
You were all right, honky. Yay! And cut to the racism.
Yeah, let's get racism Japan reprise. All right, this is actually really important. This is literally the most. This is the most important scene in the movie.
This is what all that matters, dude. This is what the one race is all about: partying, fast cars,
racing,
Rockstar energy
drink.
And of course,
I want to shut up. Pay attention.
Oh, I remember this. This was hype as shit when I was.
It is literally the Marvel cameo before that was even a fucking twinkle in Kevin Feige's eye. All right.
That's true. sure.
He says he knew Han. Said Han was family. Who could it be?
Dude, I mean,
be,
to be
dude?
fair, this was before that. So this was probably this was a badass reveal, though. I remember
this. So, yeah, this was before the fucking Marvel cameo machine. All right, this is before Nick Fury showing up at the end of The Incredible Hulk. All right, so the story behind this is that. Hang on, I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna respect. I'm gonna respect the moment.
I'm gonna respect the audience's intelligence.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go, one race,
my
baby.
God, dude.
This reveal was. This must have been the hypest shit ever.
This is so badass.
Looks at the camera.
He was friends with Han, dude.
Nice,
oh my
bro.
God, dude. So Han is like in the next like 3 Fast and Furious movies as part of Dom's gang. Because they're prequel movies. Because they wanted Han in them.
So he did come back and they made prequels instead. All right.
They made prequels for a while. I'll explain the rest in a sec. But like, so Vin Diesel did the cameo for this movie at the end as like, he didn't get paid for it. Instead, and I feel like everyone knows this at this point, but like, instead of getting paid, he got the rights to the fucking Riddick franchise for this cameo. And that is why we get Riddick movies every like 7 years.
Because he was a believer.
Because he loves playing Riddick.
Yeah, because he loves his D&D characters so much.
He loves them. And that is Tokyo Drift. You know, the kind of the aura farm
the real
here.
winner was the human race.
The real winner of the race was the human race. This is the most aura farming movie of all time. I barely paid attention to the plot.
Cowgirls. Oh. Exceedingly handsome guy. Shout out to Satoshi. What is that, Sumbuk?
I bet that was the cigarette smoking guy.
Exceedingly
because he was
handsome,
exceedingly
man. Imagine
handsome.
that being your credit. Speaking of aura farming, holy shit.
Touche, Gumshoe. So like, okay, this isn't part of the commentary, but audience, I want you to pull up Furious 6 post-credit scene. So Gumshoe, at the end of Fast and Furious 6, Han basically says to Dom, like, all right, Dom, I'm gonna go to Tokyo. Nice. And as we all know, that is where he will meet his doom. So they show, as a post-credit scene to that movie, the scene where Han crashes in his car and, like, it explodes, right? But they give you more, all right? So the reason he crashed in this movie was just, like, some random driver just happened to hit him because he was driving through traffic, right? Incorrect. The driver of that car meant to hit him. As he gets out of the car, and it is, I am not shitting you, it is Jason Statham. And he rings on his telephone. He calls Dominic Toretto, and he basically gives him a vendetta for revenge. And that is the plot of Furious 7. Jason Statham plays the villain of the movie who is out for revenge against Dom for the events of Fast and Furious 6. It is...
Is that why like Dom comes to Tokyo? Because he's like, you fucking
yes,
killed
that is why he's in Tokyo.
That is so hype, dude.
I dare not say more because you need to watch the rest of the lecture.
Now I need to watch all 15 fucking Fast and Furious films.
Oh boy. Gumshoe, what did you think of Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift?
Well, it certainly is exactly how I remember it being when I watched it when I was like 12.
Isn't it?
The fuck this came out.
Isn't it?
It sure hasn't aged a day. I'll say that much for better or for worse. It hasn't aged at all.
There is kind of
back to 2006.
There is kind of a point to be made about like these early Fast and Furious movies. I say this about Too Fast in my lecture, but like it is like a perfect time capsule of like early 2000s bling era. which is almost nostalgic in a way. It is to me anyway, because I was a kid. So were you, obviously, but you know.
Yeah, that is true. It sure does represent an era where cars were allowed to be more than one of 3 colors and 4 shapes.
Yeah, and this is also like the last movie that is like really about car culture. Fast and Furious is kind of like a procedural drama movie. There are still races in it, but it is very very obviously, no pun intended, taking a back seat to the main plot. Cause that, like, Fast and Furious, the 4th movie, like Paul Walker and Vin Diesel are like fully back at that point. I think I don't know like the lore or reasons as to why they decided to do like Tokyo Drift the way they, well, I do know why. It's because Vin Diesel and Paul Walker wouldn't come back for a starring role, but like I don't know if like their plan was like if Tokyo Drift did really well, they were just gonna make this like a not ensemble like anthology film franchise about like car culture.
Just general cars. In a better universe, I'm gonna be real. In a better universe,
yes,
that probably should have been what they did.
Honestly, yeah, in a better universe, we would have like 10 Fast and Furious movies about like different car, like British car culture, like Indian car culture, and like the later movies do like globe trotting and stuff. But it's again like the car stuff takes a backseat. It's a means to an end for like spy thriller stuff, which is fun and funny as well. Like I wouldn't have done a lecture on these movies if I didn't think these movies were like
I wouldn't have watched 15 hours of slop if I wasn't enjoying it.
Chud slop crap if I didn't think that there was also there was an enjoyment to be had. Oh boy. But yeah.
In a better universe, they were an anthology series. In the universe where the Dreamcast was a commercial success.
Top of the World
also,
by Shonen
also known
Knife.
As the better timeline.
That's the movie. Yeah. That's the name of the cover, by the way. It's by Shonen Knife. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine.
In a better world.
Some vehicles supplied by Volkswagen.
You don't say.
Incredible Hulk copyright 2006.
Anime clips provided by Viz Media, by the way.
Is that one of those 4 companies that's now one company?
One race, one company.
One race, one corporation.
Those are both good.
Oh my God, Kodak was still around. This was way before their resurrection.
Yeah, I mean this was pre Pitbull Picture That with a Kodak, so.
MP Munich. Filmed in Munich. This Japanese movie.
Tokyo Drift.
One race, dude. It doesn't matter. You may see Japan, but you may see Japan.
I see Earth. I see Earth.
I see one race. I see one planet.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow. And that is Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. We talked through the whole fucking credits even. I bet you thought you could walk away by the time the credits rolled. Wrong.
Yeah, I bet you closed the video with the credits. That's because you're a coward. That's because you're a racist.
Yeah, all everyone who closed the movie when the credits rolled are racist.
You're racist. You don't believe in interracial cars or interracial marriage.
You don't believe in the one race. Everyone who stayed, you will be welcomed into the one race. Thank you.
You'll be welcomed into the one heaven, the one race.
One love, one God, one destiny, one race. I believe that's how it goes.
God bless.
God bless. But all right, thank you everyone for listening. Watch my Fast and Furious lecture if you for some reason watch this and haven't watched that.
And if you watch the DVD extras to my lecture before my lecture.
Yeah, when I get my Blu-ray player. All right, goodbye.
Goodbye. That was wonderful. Big dumb smile on my face the whole time.